everyone, and welcome to today's video where I'll just be doing sort of like a chit chat, chill with me, get ready with me, trying out some new products and some newer releases. So if you're interested in seeing this makeup look along with hearing my first impressions of some new products, then let's just get started. All right, I zoomed you guys in. Let me just pull my hair back and we will get started. So the first new product I'm trying out is the new NARS foundation. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation, and I was like obsessed with their Soft Matte Concealer when it came out, so I decided to try this, but this is supposed to be like very matte. I read the reviews and they say it's very matte, so I'm gonna prep my skin first. First up, I'm going to spray the Adaptogen Soothe and Hydrate Activated Mist by Youth to the People. And then right in my chin area, I'm gonna put a little bit of the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. I really love this. This really helps me in like those dry areas. And I don't wanna put this all over my face just because, I don't know, I just wanna test the foundation and see how it is. And this can kind of like change the finish of it because it's supposed to be matte, so we will see. All right, so back to the foundation. So it says online on the Sephora app, a 16-hour oxidation-resistant foundation that balances oil while maintaining a hydrated skin-like finish, protects from pollution and blue light. I feel like that's like the new trend. Like every foundation wants to protect from blue light. That's been like the new trend, I guess, like in this last year or two. So I'm super excited to try this out. I did read some reviews and it says it's like really, really matte, which I'm a little scared of because I got this because it's supposed to be like a soft matte. If you don't already know, I have like combo to dry skin. My skin is kind of like all over the place, but I get oily on my nose and my forehead, and then my chin is like dry like the Sahara. So there's really like no winning. I'm like all over the place. So I'm definitely excited for this. I picked up the shade Venuto medium 3.5. So hopefully this is a good shade match. I'm just gonna shake it up a little bit, and I think I'm only going to apply it to my face because I have to be honest with you guys, I don't want to get anything on this sweatshirt, so I just think I'm gonna do the face. I'm not like going anywhere today, so it doesn't really matter. But let me shake this out. I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand and get started. All right, I squeezed out a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna start applying it with this brush. I've just been loving applying my foundation with a brush lately. I feel like it's, I don't know, so much easier. I get the coverage I want. I used to only do it if I was wearing like lightweight or light coverage foundations, but now I just do it with all my foundations. All right, I do have a mirror here. It's just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, this definitely dries down very fast. Holy crap. Okay, so I guess I have to work in sections because I literally just applied it with the brush, picked up this mirror from the Glam palette, which I'll be using as well, and like it's literally already dried down. So that's a good thing to know, that you definitely have to work quickly. It's literally, oh my God, this is crazy. It's literally already dry. All right. And this is also supposed to be full coverage. You can still see this little friend popping up over here, and you can definitely still see my scar over there, and I have some scarring here. So yeah, all right, let's keep going. Apply a little bit more to my chin. And then I'm gonna start blending this out. I feel like I have to really move fast and in sections with this because geez, this literally dries down right away. I feel like the shade match is pretty perfect. Actually, it's slightly darker than my chin, but whatever, that's okay. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere today. I'm not seeing anyone, so whatever. All right, now to the other side of my face. I think I need a little bit more. I kind of am just using the scraps of like what's left on the back of my hand. It's actually crazy. I think this is the fastest drying foundation I have ever used. I feel like the way I'm like blending this out is like I'm going like crazy fast, but I think that's just what you have to do. So I'm gonna take a little bit more on my blemish right here. Yeah, I think it looks good. It definitely layers on top of itself really well, which is a good thing. Okay, so here is the foundation totally blended out as well as I could blend out because again, I have never tried a foundation that dries down this quickly. Like I've definitely tried foundations that dry down pretty fast, but this is like nothing I've ever tried before. So I'm just looking quickly in the mirror It's interesting that they called this a soft matte because this is definitely very matte. Like, I read reviews saying that it was very matte, and that's why I went in with like a very hydrating base, but like this is like a matte foundation. I would not consider this like a soft matte foundation, and it's also marketed to be like hydrating. I definitely don't find it to be hydrating because my face is definitely feeling like a little tight over here. So far it's looking pretty good. It's not one of those foundations that's like undetectable. Like, you can definitely, like, if you were to look at me up close in real life, like, you can definitely see that I'm wearing a foundation. It doesn't look heavy on the skin, but it doesn't look natural, if that makes sense. But I don't know, I have to finish the rest of my makeup, see how it wears with other products, see how it wears, I guess, more throughout the day also. And yeah, I guess I'll have to give like my opinion toward the end. Maybe I'll do like a little checkup or something like that. But as of now, I'm just not like loving it because, like I said, it kind of is making my face feel a little tight, and you can definitely see it on the face. Like, you can clearly see that I'm wearing a foundation, which is not really like a bad thing, but I don't know, I just have foundations that are better. I definitely like that it fully dries down. Like, I feel like I could probably rub my face and it won't go anywhere and it won't transfer. So that's really good, but like I said, we shall see. Okay, so moving on, I'm gonna be using the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This isn't a new product, but this is like the newest concealer I have, and I've been trying it out. This is probably the 6th or 7th time I'm using it, and I really like it so far, so I wanted to use it today. I'm just blending it out using my e.l.f. sponge. I'm like obsessed with this sponge. It's so good, it's so soft, and they have like their regular pink one, which is for your face, but I don't find that pink one is the same exact material. Like, this one is definitely softer, and it definitely absorbs some makeup, but I think it's okay, especially when you're wearing like such a full coverage concealer. It's honestly fine for it to soak up just a little bit, if you know what I mean. I'm really struggling to find a new show. I feel like I love trash television, so I love like all the Housewives, reality TV, 90 Day Fiance, all that fun stuff, but I'm struggling to find something to watch with my husband because he likes like some of those shows, not really. Like, he'll watch Vanderpump Rules with me, but he doesn't really like the Housewives, and he definitely does not like 90 Day Fiance. And usually, like, in the beginning of the night, right after we eat dinner, I'll watch like an episode of the Housewives, and then we'll sort of like watch a show together. But I don't know, lately I haven't like found anything good. So if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. Like, we need something new. Some other shows that we've watched together that we've liked, to give you guys like a basis of what we like. I honestly can't even think of anything. Hold on, I need to why can't I think of a single show? We've watched Money Heist together, Power. He loves Power. The new season just started on Sunday and it's so good already. What else have we watched together? I guess we like more like crime shows. Like, Money Heist is about robbing a bank. Power is sort of about like, it's about a family, but also definitely deals with dealing drugs and stuff like that. So I guess we like, I don't know, we just like action, like things that have like drama, action, things are happening, cliffhangers, stuff like that. I honestly love that concealer. Like, it's full coverage, but it's still thin. And I don't know, like, it's definitely not a hydrating finish by any means, but it does not dry out my under eyes, and I just love that. Now, to bake my under eyes, I'm gonna be using the Ilia Fade Into You Soft Focus Finishing Powder. I really like this powder. This is one of those powders that I really like and I use all the time, but I feel like I never talk about it on my Instagram or on my channel. So I don't know why, but yeah, I love this powder. I feel like you guys already know how much I love the Hourglass powder, but like right under the Hourglass powder is definitely this powder. All right, next product I am super duper duper excited to try out. I have the brand new Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balms. I got 2 colors. I got the shades dark and medium dark, and I did swatch these already, so I'll put up a photo right here of the 2 swatches. Not sure what color I want to go with. I think I want to go for the darker one because actually maybe I should go for the, let me go for the darker one because you guys know I like to look tan. So it comes in this beautiful packaging, twist off cap, and then it comes with this plastic on top. sort of like the Huda ones, and it's like a nice, I don't know, it like feels expensive. It's a nice plastic. I feel like so weird saying that. It's a nice plastic, but yeah. And it comes in this like little frosted tin thingamajigger. And this smells incredible. Holy crap. This smells just like a tropical vacation, like coconutty. Obsessed. Now, I did swatch this. The formula and the feeling of it definitely feels like very balmy. This is the shade, this is the dark one, right? There's it right there. Let's see if I can do it better. That's it right there. So I think that color should be fine. Again, I don't know if this is gonna be like more sheer or go on very dense. I'm not really sure. So I don't know, we will see. So I have two brush options that I usually go in when I'm cream bronzing. I'll either go in with the Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques or the Morphe R11. This one is kind of more flat. So the way I use this one is I'll sort of just like brush it like this and then apply it this way. Whereas when I use this, it's much denser. So I'll get the product on the brush and kind of stamp it in. So I'm thinking, because this is a new product and I don't know if it's gonna be like hard to blend out or anything like that, I do wanna sort of start lighter and just brush on a light layer of this and then start blending it out instead of like stamping this in, because I'm just gonna be scared like if it's too hard to blend out. So let's start with this Morphe brush. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more of the product. I always do this with any cream product. I like to just warm it up a little bit with my finger, and then I'm just gonna go in, get some product on, and then you will start applying this. I think this color looks pretty good. It's pretty red, like it's pretty warm toned, which is fine because this is also supposed to be for like on your body, which makes sense. Obviously I kind of bought it more for my face, but I guess I could use it on my body too. I mean, we shall see. And then I'm assuming because you can use this, and sorry that I'm looking up because like the monitor is up. Obviously I have to see what I'm doing, but I'm assuming that since this is for your body as well, that it should be like sweat proof, transfer proof, all that fun stuff. Put a little bit over here, put a little bit on my chin. And then I always do the upside down triangle. Actually, now I'm like, I shouldn't even have done that because I didn't put any makeup on my chin, and now my chin is gonna look strange. Not my chin, my neck. Like, I put the bronzer here, but I didn't put any foundation on my neck, so now it'll probably look weird, but I mean, oh well. So next I'm gonna take this ColourPop F9 brush. It's just a duo fiber brush, and what I like to do is sort of rub it against that product that I use to warm up the product. I put it on the back of my hand and then use it like that to start blending it out. I could have also tried to blend it out just with a sponge, but we'll try with the brush first. All right, I feel like this is blending out pretty easily. It's definitely dark, like you can see like that stripe of bronzer, so I definitely want to try to buff this out. But again, when I go in with my sponge, it might blend out just like a little bit easier, because as of now it's definitely looking a little crazy, but we shall see. Okay, I put so much on my neck. Oh my god, like what did I do? Okay, I definitely want to say that a little goes a long way with this. I also probably could have went in with that lighter shade, the medium dark shade. Oh god, now I'm like getting nervous. You know when you put on way too much product and then you genuinely get nervous that you will not be able to blend it out and you'll just like look crazy? Cause like same, that happens to me quite often. Okay, it's all blended out. I think it honestly looks really, really good. I'm really liking this so far. I need to try the other color as well. It's not too tacky. It's actually a little bit more tacky than I would have thought, just because, again, this is supposed to be used for your body. But I am really liking it. The color is definitely pretty warm. Like I said, I'm gonna try that lighter shade too eventually, but as far as the formulation, I'm really, really liking it. Little bit goes a long way. It's not getting into like any of my forehead lines, and it's not sparkly, like it doesn't have glitter, but it definitely has a little bit of a sheen to it. So far, really liking this. All right, I'm really liking this makeup so far. Oh, you know what? I do want to try this on my nose as well. I do want to try the Soul Face and Body Bronzer on my nose. Maybe I'll go in with a lighter shade on my nose to cream contour my nose. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so here's that lighter shade, which is medium dark, and I'm going to be using the Morphe E62 brush. I love this brush for nose contour. It's just like the perfect shade. It's just awesome. Okay, so I need my mirror because this needs to be like somewhere precise. I'm going to take my smaller sponge, the e.l.f. sponge, and just dab that in. I think that looks really good. Okay, I really like that so far. So usually at this point in my makeup, I would like set my face, but I feel like the foundation's very matte, and this Soul Body Bronzer, face bronzer, isn't really too tacky, so I don't think I have to. But what I do want to do is sort of like clean up over here and just make this part a little bit brighter. So usually I'll bake that part, but when I don't bake that part, like when I'm being a little lazy, I usually just go in with a brightening powder, and this brightening powder right here in this Morphe face palette, this is the 8M. I spoke about this in my top 10 like current favorites. Loving this palette. I'm just going to go in with this brightener shade, tap a little bit off. I'm going right there. Tap, tap, tap. Right there. It's like literally instantly brightening. I love this powder. And then I'm also gonna go in just a tiny bit and brighten up the sides of my nose. If you've been here before, I do not like my nose. I have a bump and it's so freaking annoying. So yeah, if you're new, or if you've been here before, I just don't like my nose, so that's why I do that. Next up for blush, I have two. I have the Patrick Ta Duo, and I have this gorgeous Dior one. The Dior one I've tried, and I just love it, shocking. And then this Patrick Ta one I've actually never tried. I've tried like the berry one because I have a different shade, I forget what it's called, but this is like the more nude bronzy one, and I haven't tried it yet. Obviously I've like swatched it for a picture on Instagram, but I haven't actually used it. But I don't know what I want to do because I do love this blush, and I feel like this look is already very bronzy with this Soul bronzer. So maybe I'll do this cream blush first and then top it with this. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I'm just gonna go in with my middle finger, warm it up, tap it. I've been trying to bring my blush a little higher. See, this is I messed it up already, but I mean, like, whatever. I'm just gonna tap this out a little bit, and then I'm also gonna use that same ColourPop brush to just blend this out. Ooh, I really like this color. It's actually a little less bronzy than I thought. Wow, my New York accent really just came out. It's definitely a little less bronzy than I thought. It definitely has like a more red undertone, and I thought it would have more like a cool undertone, or that's what it looks like in the pan at least. But I'm really loving this blush, and I'm now gonna top it with the Dior blush. So to top that, I'm using the Smashbox Buildable Cheek Brush. I love this brush. It's like a bougie brush. I think it's like $30-something, but it's honestly amazing. Just gonna, you know, give a little smile. This look is coming out way more bronzy than I expected. Anyways, for highlighter, I'm going to be using this highlighter in that same Morphe palette. Just take a little bit. I love this palette, but the powders are definitely very soft. So you definitely want to tap them out if you're going to use this. Yes. Yes. Do we see that highlight? Literally stunning. Hello. Let's put a little bit And Cupid's bow. I'm not gonna put any on my nose because I don't like my nose and I don't wanna draw attention to it by highlighting it. All right, what's next? Setting spray, which I forgot to bring. So BRB, let me go get my setting spray. All right, I am back. Yes, I am wearing a matching tie-dye loungewear set because A, I'm obsessed with tie-dye, and B, I'm just obsessed with loungewear. So yeah, that's just me. Anyways, for setting spray, I am using the Patrick Ta Major Glow Dewy Face Mist. I am obsessed with this stuff. I love this stuff. This is just great to like melt any powders. It makes you dewy, but not too dewy. You're not gonna like look oily or too shiny after wearing this for a few hours. I just love it. And it definitely locks in the makeup. And this mister, literally, I wanna put on more, but I don't need more, but this mister is everything. Now I'm gonna go in with my fan because that is the level of extra I am on today. And now you hear Remy barking in the background because of the fan. He doesn't like the noise. Yes, Remy, it's just my fan. You don't have to worry. All right, moving on. For eyes, we are going in with the stunning, beautiful, gorgeous Natasha Denona Glam palette. I am obsessed with her. I've used her once more before and I put up stories of like my first impressions. So if you want to see like my full first impressions, definitely go check out my Instagram. I have a like highlight saved on it, but she is beautiful. She is gorgeous. She doesn't really have much fallout. Like usually, unless I'm doing a very simple eye look, I'll usually do my eyes first, just if there's any fallout and I need to get it off like from my face and I don't want to ruin the makeup. But for this, I am going to do a simple look today, but for this, you really can do your eyes after because there's really minimal fallout. Both the mattes and the shimmers don't really have much fallout, and she is definitely superior to the ABH Sultry palette. She is way better in my humble opinion. But yeah, I love her. I'm not gonna do like swatches or anything like that because I feel like there's just so many swatches online. And my very good friend on here, Emily's Makeup Bag, did a first impressions and swatches video, so I'll definitely link hers down below. So I'm thinking what I wanna do is use these two shadows on my lid. I'll go in like with this crease color. I'll go in with this blend and smoke color. These don't have shade names, so it's like kind of hard to use, but I'm just gonna do my best. So to start out, I'm going in with the crease shade. There's only one crease shade, so that's definitely easy. I'm gonna tap off the excess. And then again, I'm just gonna do something like super simple today, super easy. So I think I'm just gonna do this color all over the crease and bringing it out into like my outer V. And then I'll probably just do those lid colors and like call it a day. I don't know. I just wanna do something like simple, quick, easy, but something that's still gonna be like pretty. Now I'm just gonna go in with this center eyelid shade. I'm gonna go in with my pointer finger. I definitely think that these shades perform better applied with a finger or a wet eyeshadow brush. They don't really perform as well just going in straight with an eyeshadow brush, so that is what I'll say. And I love how these shimmer shades have like basically no fallout. I didn't even realize how much fallout the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette had until I got this palette, because that palette has been, and I'm just going in with the outer eyelid shape. Like I was saying, I didn't even realize how much fallout that had. I knew the mattes had a lot of fallout, but I didn't even realize how much fallout the shimmer shades have. This weekend, for example, I had a photo shoot for a client, and I'm just gonna sort of like blend that in with the crease shade. So like I was saying, I had a photo shoot with a client, and we were doing like a few different looks, and when I got up to her second or third look, I was applying a shimmer from the ABH Sultry palette, and I literally got, like after I even wet my finger just a little bit and I made sure to like dab off any of the excess, I went in and there was like literally shimmer all over her face, and I was like, okay. And obviously like I got it off, but with this palette, you're not gonna experience that at all, which I love. Okay, can we just take a minute? Like, look how gorgeous this is. This took me what, 2 minutes? I mean, I was definitely babbling, but all I did was go in with the crease shade, 2 eyelid shades, and like that's it. And you're basically like, I don't know, this palette is just gorgeous. I definitely think I want to go in a little bit more with the center eyelid shade just to brighten it up a little bit. Also gonna go in with an inner corner color. I guess I'll go in with this inner corner color. There's 2 of them. And I'm gonna go in actually with my pinky and see if I can like get it in there. Oh yeah, that, look at that. Can you see like how gorgeous that is? Like literally, I'm hardly putting any on and it's just literally gorgeous. I cannot get over how beautiful this palette is. With this kind of like flat type brush, I'm just gonna go in with the crease shade. Just gonna put it on a little bit underneath my eyes. I'm gonna quickly put on mascara. I'm using my usual. I am using the Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume on top. And for the bottom, going in with L'Oreal Telescopic. So I just bought this. And what's funny is that I was like, oh, they must have changed their packaging because this is like gold and my other 2 was black. But no, the black one is the carbon black. I don't really see the difference, but I do notice that the carbon black one, the wand is like slightly more curved. So I don't know, this one's still working pretty well. I wish though that I had like that more curved, see how it's like straight? Can you see that? How it's more straight. The carbon black one is a little bit more curved, but I don't know if that's actually how it is or that's just from me like putting it in and curving it myself. But so far this regular one has been fine. Next, I'm gonna do my brows off camera and then I'll be back for lips. Moving on to the lips, I'm gonna use the Candy Paint. This is by Half Cakes Beauty and this is in the shade Velvet Tiger. And I just love this color for the lips. I think this is only like my 2nd time using it, but it's a really, really nice color. And it's funny because I've tried like other lip and cheek products and I'll usually like them on my cheeks, but on my lips, they just look horrible. And this is like the only product that I equally like as much on my cheek as on my lips. And it is a newer product to me. So this is the shade Velvet Tiger. I will swatch it for you with my pinky because every other finger has like something on it. That's the shade right here. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. Let's see if this is gonna, yeah, I think that'll work together. And then it'll look really pretty. So I'm just gonna quickly line my lips with this. All right, there's a lip liner. Gonna go in again with my pinky and apply this. I really like the formula of this. It just feels like a standard like cream lipstick, like bullet lipstick. That's kind of how it feels. And you would think that because it's like that, it would be like sticky on the cheek, but it's really not. It definitely has a sheen on the cheek, but it's not like sticky by any means. All right, here is the final look. Now I am filming this and it's pretty much nighttime. I do have a few errands to run and I have to cook dinner. So I'm thinking that while I do that, I'm going to keep the makeup on, obviously, and I'll come back and sort of like do a check-in because I don't know, something is like throwing me off with the foundation and I don't have like my full thoughts or even like first impression thoughts collected yet. So I do want to wear it for a few more hours and then I will come back, give you my first impression, round up everything that I tried, and yeah, all right. I'll see you soon. All right, I am back. It has been about 4.5, 5 hours of me wearing this makeup. So I kind of wanted to like check in, give you all my thoughts on all of the products that I tried. So first up, although I said how much I love this, I just wanted to reiterate how much I love this Natasha Denona palette. It is absolutely gorgeous. My husband came home and he was like, where are you going? Like that eyeshadow look like, oh my God, it looks so amazing. I'm like, thank you, because he definitely notices my makeup, but not like all the time since I wear makeup so often. So for him to compliment my makeup, it like means a lot, you know what I mean? Especially that he complimented like just the eyeshadow. So this palette is just a 10 out of 10. Now, I will say that beware of dropping this, because I dropped this right after I was done filming. Like, I went to get up and my hip hit like the table. This flung off and a bunch of these shadows came out and fell on the floor. So these are magnetized. I guess you can like easily take them out. I didn't know that. So yeah, I don't think I put them back right in the same order, but these shadows seem to be fine. So that's pretty good. But just a heads up to be careful, because if you drop this, these shadows will come out. Luckily, none of my shadows broke, but some of them have like a weird indent and some of them like touched my carpet, which I'm not too happy about, but I think it'll be fine. Moving on to the Soul Face and Body Balm bronzers. Yes, that is definitely like a mouthful. Anyways, these I'm really, really loving. I used medium dark for my nose contour, and I feel like my nose contour is looking pretty good. And then I used dark all over my face, and it looks amazing. It didn't fade at all. Like I said, I've only been wearing this for 5 hours, and I didn't actually leave my house, so I didn't have to put on a mask or anything like that. So I definitely need to test it out again to see if it wears well with a mask and all of that. But so far, I'm really, really loving these. I think the formula is really nice and thin, and it's creamy and it's opaque, but it's not too opaque. It's pretty easily blendable. As you guys saw, I definitely put on like a little bit more than I needed to. So yeah, overall, really liking these as well. Next up, I have the Half Caked Beauty Candy Paint. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did put a little bit of this on my cheeks as well, and I reapplied it to my lips. So here it is on the cheek. I don't know, I feel like with this lighting, you can't really see it as well, but in my normal lighting, like in my room, it's way more prominent. I don't know, but I love this on the cheek. I love this on the lips. I like how it's nice and shiny, but it's not sticky or tacky at all. As you can see, like right here, it definitely adds a little bit of shine on the cheek, and I just love this color. Again, this color is Velvet Tiger. It's just this beautiful like mauve-y nude shade, and this formula really wowed me. These I want to say are $11, $8. I'm not sure how much these cost, but they're definitely under $15, and they're really awesome. Last but certainly not least is the NARS foundation. This is basically the only reason that I decided halfway to do like a check-in for this video, because I couldn't get my thoughts together. So I think that overall it wore really well. I like how it completely dries down, but I don't like how it dries so freaking fast that you can hardly blend it out. Like, you hardly have time to blend this out, and once it's dry, it's basically not moving. So I feel like that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. But the overall issue I'm having with this foundation is the texture it's giving me. It's emphasizing texture it's emphasizing texture I knew I had, but it's making it look like way worse. Like, I'll try to come closer. Here, do you see how massive my pores are? Like, they normally don't look like that. Even when I'm not wearing makeup, they're not usually like as prominent. I will say that it didn't get into any of my fine lines, which is good. But if you guys see on my, do you see all of that texture right here on my chin? It almost looks like I'm getting like an allergic reaction. Like, there is so much texture over here, and yes, my chin is a problem area for me, but not necessarily for texture. It's more an area for like dryness and cakiness. Like over here, it gets very dry and more cakey. So yes, that is like a texture problem, but right now I'm having like all these bumps come up underneath the skin, and I don't know if the foundation is like causing the bumps, because I also have like a bunch of bumps over here and over here on my cheeks, and I get those tiny little bumps when I'm having like an allergic reaction. So I don't know if this is emphasizing texture I didn't know that I had, or it's causing the bumps, but I don't know. I'm definitely gonna give this another shot, but as of now, I'm not really loving it. It's definitely not a soft matte foundation. It's definitely a very matte foundation. And it's one of those foundations that when you first apply it, before you put on bronzer and setting spray, like, you look flat type of matte. So yeah, overall, not really liking this, but I'm gonna give it one more try or two more tries. I'll probably update you guys on my Instagram stories, but so far this is probably a no for me. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll try it again and I'll like it. I hope so, because I really had high hopes for this, but unfortunately, like, not everything can work for everyone, so we shall see. All right, that is it for today's video. I know this video was like totally all over the place, but if you enjoy watching Get Ready With Me's and videos like this, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.